So why are there less internships now?
Yeah, I don't have the answer or the crystal ball as to why, but I can tell you that the incoming generation, or Gen Zs, they are much more entrepreneurial. They see YouTube stars and TikTok stars and all that, like becoming millionaires and billionaires. And so they are more so trying to emulate a lot of that behavior, just entrepreneurialism in general. When I was starting my company, like Mark Zuckerberg was the only young entrepreneur that I could look at and say, oh, here's someone doing something. Now they can look around and there's so many entrepreneurs. And so I think that there's just this different entrepreneurial spirit, which is beautiful and amazing. And there's so much that we can leverage from there. But because of that, going to go make copies for a company just isn't as enticing, because they don't necessarily want that job that will lead to anymore like they once did. They want more autonomy in their careers, and they want to know the impact that they're making. And so it's a little bit about the framing from the businesses of what they have the potential to do in those internships, and then what they have the potential to do in their careers and in their jobs.
Interesting. So it's a combination of, say, maybe more immediate gratification in their jobs and not wanting to really do a little bit more menial work while they learn on the job in a traditional internship. Are companies offering less intern positions?
So yes, right now, like in 2023, absolutely, there's less opportunities. In 2022-ish, I think there were more, but internships always follow recessions or like scared behavior of uncertain economic times. To go back to what you just said, though, I don't think that it's less that they're not willing to. I think it's they don't understand the impact that these menial jobs have on the larger company goals. And when you break it down for them, you've had some great interns, I know, at SoftTech. When you break the tasks down for them and explain why the picture that they are taking for social media, what impact that has to growing this podcast, and then what growing the podcast has to growing the company, to growing the fund, to helping invest in more startups, and just lay all of that out for them, then they can understand, like, oh yeah, I am going to show up and I'm going to take a really good picture, because I now understand why that matters to not just like my own career development, but also to the entire company. And we don't take that like 5 seconds to just explain it. Again, in a hybrid environment, it's harder to like take that moment to explain what they're doing, or for them to pick up on why what they're doing actually matters. But I think that is the real big key that needs to happen, so that they do see the impact of the menial work that needs to be done. And I think that'll make them do more of those types of tasks.